Casey's Audio Vault.
Mike O'Brien from Zeus, October 26th, 2011.
Yeah, this is Mike.
How was yesterday's drive through the mountains?
Gorgeous, actually. Yeah, it was really nice. With some beautiful vistas to take in. We also listened to a bunch of Queen while we were on our way, so it was good.
Is that a good soundtrack for the curves and looking out for mountain goats?
Man, the epic views and the epic sounds go well together.
What are you guys driving?
We actually just picked up a new vehicle. It's a Ford E350, super extended.
So a little bit more legroom.
Well, it's about the same amount of legroom as our old vehicle, but it runs a lot better. It's got lower kilometers, so it's going to last us for a while.
Have you named it yet?
Yeah, it's our old van was called Pegasus, and or Peggy for short. So this is like Peggy 2, also known as the Grey Ghost or the Silver Fox.
Have you had any close calls or bad experiences on the highways?
No. Well, once we went off the road. This was like probably a few years ago. Once we went off the road in the mountains, but it was just like into like a very low ditch, and then we got towed out of it. But other than that, nothing that crazy. I was just reading a hilarious story. I don't know if you've read the Keith Richards book, but I was reading a hilarious story one time about him being on the road in the mountains, and he swerved around a truck, and the truck had a missile on the back, and then like 10 seconds later, they heard this huge explosion. So I guess he forced like a nuke off the road.
Well, Zeus is on the Sam Roberts tour. You are hitting Centennial Concert Hall next Tuesday. Sam a good guy to have on the road?
No, he's a jerk.
I heard from the Stills, Sam Roberts steals their stuff.
He's a thief, and he's a very nasty man. No, I'm just looking. He's a great guy. He's like one of the best humans ever invented. He's pretty much good at everything, and he's a hunk as well. So
is he have a beard these days?
I don't know. Does he have a beard these days? I think he got no, Sam. Yeah, bit of a beard, like a scruff, like a bit of scruff going.
In time for winter.
Yeah, he's just getting it all geared up for winter time.
How about you guys? Are you rocking mustaches or beards or clean shaven?
Well, Carlin's got his signature stash, so the Snake Man has his signature beard. I'm actually rocking a beard right now myself. Neil has a mustache as well. Yeah, so yeah, we're all rocking facial hair.
Are you aware of Movember?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't really go for that.
No?
Myself. No, we're just perennial facial men. We don't pick times.
You're headed to the States in a couple weeks. Has Zeus played many shows down there?
Yeah, we have. We've been down a few times. I think it's the first time going to a couple of places that we're going to, maybe. But we've been down a bunch of times, and it's always fun going down south over the border and getting the flavor of the Americas. That's it. Sorry, I'm just getting my breakfast here. Thank you.
What are you eating today?
We're at the place called Ricky's. I'm just getting like classic breakfast with bacon.
Bacon, eggs. You go sunny side up or over easy?
I went scrambled on this one and got tomatoes instead of toast.
Did you ever get any trouble with the Border Patrol if you're headed down? A bunch of hairy guys in a big van?
No, not too often. We have work visas, so we have all our shit in check, and they never really give us a hard time. We've got searched a couple times, but that's just, it's par for the course. Their security obviously has tightened up over the last several years, and it just keeps getting more so. They're making it harder and harder and harder for people to travel into the country or travel outside of their own country, and because their security is heightened, that means that Canadian border has to play into that game as well. So it's hard, but I mean, as long as you have all your paperwork in check, then you're okay.
And now they're talking about charging Canadians some money for crossing the border.
Yeah, and our visas used to last. You'd pay one price, and they used to last for 3 years, and now it's like more expensive, and you only get it for 1 year. So, go figure. Pretty soon, we're all going to be trapped in our little boxes, I guess.
And you hit Europe again earlier this year. You have good experience over there. You get a chance to do some sightseeing.
Yeah, it's great. We didn't do a lot of sightseeing, but going over to Europe is always a super treat. Like Germany is like one of our favorite places to visit. It's like the people there are amazing, and the way they run things is amazing, and I don't know, there's something in the air over there. But
how do they run things? Is it just easier to set up?
Well, you know, like people kind of joke about the German efficiency, but it's very true in the way they do everything, and it's just nice to experience that, as opposed to people that don't want to be doing the job that they've been asked to do and all that kind of stuff, which is what you find over here a lot.
Have you encountered any difficulty over the band name in Europe? I guess there's another Zeus out of Amsterdam.
We've heard of them, but no one's ever really brought them up or confused us with them. No, so never any difficulty, just lots of different pronunciations.
How else can you say Zeus?
Well, in different languages, they say it differently. There's like Zeus. I think the Germans say Zeus. And when we went to Mexico once, and I forget how they said it. They said it Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. I remember specifically saying Zeus to the Mexicans, and they just couldn't figure out what we were talking about, and we had to, the god of gods, and we were just trying to explain, Zeus.
Well, it looks like the other Zeus, they've been inactive since 2007, so you might be home free.
Hopefully we're in the clear.
The new song, Are You Gonna Waste My Time? You have the new album completely in the can now?
Yeah, the new album is fully mixed, and we're going to master it once we get home from this run with Sam. And hopefully we'll be able to put it out in March of next year, early March.
Do you produce it yourself?
That's the plan right now. Yeah, we do. We record it and produce it ourselves. Last record, we had a friend of ours named Robbie Lakritz mix, and on this one, he sort of mixed half of it, and then Carlin, who's in the band, mixed the rest of it. So we're sort of working towards full-fledged Zeus output, I guess.
You kind of strike me as a analog band. You guys use the old-timey equipment?
Well, we use a combination. I mean, there's a lot of analog equipment being used, but we're still working in the digital world with Pro Tools, because tape is expensive and difficult to use, and we don't have a tape machine. So it's sort of a combination of both. It's, you're sort of striving to get as much of the analog world into what you do, but there's certain things that digital recording allows. It makes it a lot easier.
In Pro Tools, is there like a tape filter that you can put on a sound to warm it up?
No, not necessarily a tape filter. In mastering, we hit tape on the way through, and sometimes in mixing we'll hit tape as well, but not really in the recording world. There's no tape filter per se, but there are different things that you can do to warm up the sound or that kind of thing.
Well, Mike, thanks for getting us on the phone this afternoon, and we're looking forward. Zeus, part of the Sam Roberts Tour, hitting Tuesday night, the Centennial Concert Hall. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks very much, man.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.